Hey, welcome back everyone to another late night here on the East Coast. How y'all doing? I'm sure that's what your hard drive was full of, Origami. I'm sure. Nobody believes you, but I will. So my day was crazy. Guess we'll talk about why this loads real quick. Um, so today's my one day off, so that means it gets to be chore day. And I'm doing dishes today. I start soaking a pot, go to the next room, come back about a minute later, and the kitchen's flooded. I'm like, oh, like actually flooded. Now this happened about 2 weeks ago as well. There's a little bit of a flood, but I thought that was just accidentally left the drain full and it overflowed. So, but this was super flood and no water in the sink except for the stuff in the pot. So unfortunately for my people below me, yeah, they got a little bit of a shower. And turns out though, it's just for whatever reason, if the pipe got too hot, it would just leak, like underneath, like it was flooding from underneath the sink. So the repair guy came, fixed it. Hopefully that's good, and we don't have to worry about it anymore. But you never know. So that's a little bit fun, exciting, and spooky. So after that, of course, I had more laundry to do, because now I have to take the towels that I used to soak some of it up before the repair guy came with a shop vac. So I had, 4 loads of laundry, and wet towels, so very heavy. And I'm thinking, either I carry this all down at once, or I take, 2, maybe 3 trips. Of course, I have to go down 4.5 flights of stairs. So I'm like, well, just do it at once because my dad's coming by very shortly and he's in a rush and he's just dropping me off somewhere. So if I get the laundry in now, then, that's good and it'll hopefully be done washing by the time I get back. So, did. And as I'm trying to take it across the road, I've got these 2 huge baskets. It's super heavy. The road was super busy, so I'm like, I'm just going to leave half on this side because I can't carry it anymore. Leave half on this side of the road. Go across the road, and then come back. So as I'm waiting for the cars to pass, this old guy with a massive wizard beard shows up. And he's asking if I'm trying to get the other basket across. I'm like, yeah, but it's alright, don't worry about it, and all that stuff. And he picks it up, and there's a clearing, so I start to go across, and he's really slowly shuffling. And he's like, is it okay to go? I'm like, yeah, if you're coming, let's go, because holy shit. He finally makes it across. I take it from him. I thank him, obviously. That was very nice of him. And he says, oh, don't worry about it, I'm stoned. And then just walks away. What an amazing man. So, that was all cool and stuff. Anyway, let's get back to Starbase Construction Simulator. Because that's what we're all about. Oh, we got Starbase stuff flying up here for the Drengen. Nowhere near as much as we do, though. And that's really all that matters. We're expanding our cultural Starbase borders. I think we're going to slip a couple around here, actually. Well, these are my friends, the Thalans. Maybe we don't do that. Maybe we slip them a little bit, here, and just try and get them up. Interestingly enough, somehow I'm actually taking this. I appreciate that. That research bonus is really nice. But, yeah, I would love to flip the Drengen culturally because I'm never going to be able to win a war against them. The only reason we're not at war with them is because people think I actually have a bit of a military, which I don't. I just have a bunch of really shitty ships that can't move anywhere. So that's okay. I'm gonna have to go look at our planets real quick. Funny we never renamed Tikkun. I'm sure I went to at one point, but... yeah, I thought we had something else to build here. More wealth would be good on this planet. We got quite a bit of that going. Do we have a financial capital yet? No. This wouldn't be a bad place for it. We have a lot of money coming in. To that end, I would almost make this another financial building. Colonial Bank would be good too. You know what? Actually, if we were to... That's quite nice. If we were to make one of these a colonial bank, like this guy here, we would lose some of our manufacturing, and we do have a good amount coming from this place, but I think that's fine. We don't really need the money right now, but I kind of want to take the money. So, what if we do that? Okay, we didn't lose as much as I was afraid we were going to. So that's excellent. Also, it would be better to build it here. So we'll do that. We'll get the bank here, the market center here. So that'll hurt money for just a little bit, but again, that's not the end of the world. How are we doing over at Islandir? We do have an extra place here. This is a massive production colony. So much so, it's tempting. It's almost tempting to turn this into... So there is sort of a way you can cheese the game. A little bit. And I'm tempted to start abusing that now. Well, no. I'm not going to do it this playthrough. It would be too easy. We're already doing extremely well. If we were going to do it anywhere, this is going to be our research capital. Annoyingly, we can't do it there. See, then I would have to do it here, or I would have to... Tikkun would be a solid place for it. We're making that an influence place. I would need it next to somewhere with a ton of production. Because you basically need a production planet, and then you need a planet that's going to be doing the cheese. I suppose it's something I could talk about now, but we're not doing an aggressive militaristic playthrough, so I'm not worrying about it too much. We're going for the culture victory. But if we were, there are ways to do it. We're going to get more improvisers out. I think that's fine. So it kind of works like this, actually. Allow me to... Oh, just any old planet, I suppose it doesn't really matter. Here, let's do a biohazard. Perfect. So how it works is, if we weren't turning this into... Maybe this is what we do. We don't have a research capital here yet. We could potentially turn this into it, and then if we capture another decent-sized planet, use that for a research capital. Hard to say, but how it would work is something like this, if we were going to do it. You want the Hyperion Shrinker, right? Oh, harpoon guns, awesome, man. So we have increases the hull capacity of ships by 10%. All right. So you put that there. Planetary supply system. So this counts as a military building, not a manufacturing. So for every, like, adjacency bonus that gets, obviously we get more bonus to our that capacity bonus. So eventually you can get just insanely huge ships, especially if we put over here, for example, the logistics system reduces the logistic cost of ships built at this shipyard. So now we can have insanely huge ships with tons of guns that can, like, fit zillions of them in a fleet. And then we can do things like, you know, the range. The range isn't so important, but it's interesting to have, right? So we'd have that there. I mean, this is really tempting. I would still love to make this the massive industry, or the massive research colony. But we could set this up and build super ships. And part of me is really tempted to do it. So, I mean, you just get military academies. And then, of course, you would want more here that give a military bonus. Which I'm not sure we have any right now. The Bureau of Labor would... Slave pit, no. Uranium refineries, no. Illyrium defense shield, there you go. So that's +3 military. Which would be better off here. But yeah, I mean, we could get this up to 7. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Now, if you were going to be building the planet for that, you of course would want to have a caverns tile like this, and then build around it here. But we are going to make this our research capital. I was just sort of showing you guys what we can do. Shit, I wanted that one. Oh well. But we'll probably be doing that in a second playthrough and not worrying about it too much in this one. Unless we get another planet. I think that's quite good there. So, decent enough production going on. Yeah, time to start building the research. So at the very least, we want it looking something like that. Tech capital in the middle. That's excellent. Get even more going. And then these two we could use for something else. Probably farming. We don't have the slave pits here, do we? No. As I believe the slave pit does give 2 research. Excellent. So we'd probably want that here, if nothing else. That does... This would be a much better tile, actually. Yeah. And a slave recycler would be pretty good there. So this is how our place is eventually going to look. We'll have another research center here. Oh yes, another improviser. Alright, let's get back to Drengen territory, shall we? Before the inevitable war begins anyway. Getting them over on this side, actually. Getting another engineering one up for this stuff would be pretty cool. Alright. Flag waving. A sudden wave of patriotic fervor is swept across our civilization. All our people caught up in celebrating the great things we're doing. Such universal approval is incredibly rare. It seems like an ideal opportunity to channel our people's energy into more constructive acts. So, interesting. This is a gift too great to interfere. This approval is based on our people's appreciation of what we're already doing. We shall continue doing it. So 10 benevolent, 20% approval all colonies. Pretty solid for us. 20 pragmatic, but less approval. Or 20 malevolent, but again, less approval, and planetary defense. We're going to grab... I mean, 10 benevolent isn't a lot, but it's something. And you can't argue with something. As far as I know. If you can, let me know. It might be something we work on. Chainsaws and drugs and shitty phone flashlight. You've sold me on that game, Borrowed. What do you hear here? United Planets feel uncolonized planets and empires border belong to that empire. Block other races from colonizing them. Sure. I don't actually care about that. We're being attacked by the Terran Alliance. Will you provide us with cultural influence? No, that doesn't help you in a war at all. What the heck are you doing with your life? Halloween special, that's a long time away, Origami. I haven't played a game with you in a while, actually. I wouldn't mind firing up one, getting it in. This is the theme song for Galciv 2, and it is a very powerful piece, I find. I quite like it. Unfortunately, it's also, like, there's a version with lyrics in the Galciv 2 menu. It's really, really powerful, and it's not on the soundtrack for this game. Which I was really hoping. I'm not saying the music in this game is bad, it's just like, I really like the version with lyrics. It was just like, oh my, beautiful. Got another constructor, let's get it, oh, I don't know. Here, sure. Another Lauren, let's get him to Acceleron. At the very least, we're going to be annoying to conquer. Not impossible, but annoying. That's good, Herbie. That sounds like a lot of games. We finished our research, which is nice. Hang on, this is one thing I really want to find out. Is there a way to... Say I unfavor the Improviser Mark III. I want to see if it'll auto-build those ones. I don't know. Cultural assimilation. Excellent. Let's get back to our tech tree if you don't mind, game. I mean, manufacturing cost is solid. That's kind of like having a bonus to both of these at the same time. I don't really need those, though. Beyond mortality. Prepares civilization for ascension. What the hiddly heck-ho? Allows the race to reach the next plane of existence? It's pretty good. Alright. Let's grab research cloisters. Get more research anyway. Unfortunately, again, I mean, nothing against you, Origami. I find horror games with co-op aren't really horror games anymore. The Gowlocks have been destroyed. Oh, were those the fat bastards? I think so. Yeah. Who ate the fat bastards? Are you and I still allied? Oh, not yet. But we could be. Oh, game bugged again. Yeah, join my alliance, Yor. I'm powerful. That means you should fear me. Also pay me to join my alliance. And, give me one of your ships. Sure, we'll buy one of their good ships off them. I don't know. I don't really care. I don't actually want it. We'll just take the money. Just pay me. Okay, and you guys want to pay me money for friendship. Well, you're not joining my alliance, FYI. So we're definitely powerful enough at this point to sort of swang our squirrel nuts in the face of the Drengen. Whether or not that's a good idea. Aha! Yes, okay, so we have got our culture to flip here. Excellent. Excellent. If I could expand it more into Altarian regions, that would be muy bueno. What are the odds of that happening? Not as crazy as I once thought. Let's go ahead and start doing that now. Let's actually start doing that a lot. Yeah, that'll be fine. Cluntsville, do you have anything to build? You do. You could have built something here at some point. You didn't. What do we build with you? I don't know. Dota finally finished downloading and now an update? Well. Getting the Bureau of Labor is definitely tempting. It's certainly not the most... Whoa. Increases the influence of all worlds in our civilization. It's pretty good. I think we actually go for the slave recycler here. Yeah, I think that's good. Teleturtle. You're done. What about you, Islander? You're done. You guys aren't done. What could we build? More money would be interesting. This planet's got a fair amount going on for that. Actually, you know what we do need here, though, is approval. It's quite low. So, let's go ahead and get, like, a Promethean pleasure park. That'll be fine. Yeah, and just run up here so we can start culture flipping the shit of the Altarians as well. And this is going to be interesting, though. I'm very excited to culture flap the Drengen. Speaking of, how are my ideology points? 148 points. The next one costs 90. So we really want this to be 190 or 200 before we buy our first other upgrade. Although it would be nice to get both of these at once. That's funny. Let's expand this way the best we can. Yeah. Let's have this one built as a... Oh, these are all going to a starbase, apparently. Where is it going to, though? Zohawk starbase. Somewhere in here, right there. That's okay, we can actually make this a culture one again. Which will be fine. Can we build a starbase here? We could. Get one here. Should be even better. Get all this stuff going. Hopefully all the diplomatic offices we have are going to help our diplomacy with the Drengen slightly, even though we're culture flipping them. Actually, we can check that out. The new oh, no, they're pissed. Super pissed. Just, yeah, that's not going to happen. Oh well. Alright, I'm going to restart this because apparently nobody can see me live, so I'll check then.